What's up, buddies? We're here today at Winnipeg Regionals with
Minsoo, Kim.
And what did you play today?
Today I played Unchained Musket Fiendsmith.
Nice.
Magical muskets, good this one.
Exactly. Why'd you play the deck?
Well, I love muskets, kind of day one, and honestly, like, I saw like the Unchained list for technically last format. I thought it just had a lot of utility, and it was better than the list that the people are actually playing with, like the old Dinkabooey list.
Yeah.
It's also, I figured it had a really good matchup with everything because it's really good into board breakers. It's decent at playing through 1-for-1 hand traps, and Max is insane.
Fair enough. All right, let's get right into the list then.
Musket lineup: 3 Starfire, 3 Caspar, 1 Doc. So theoretically, this is always the best one because this one gets you the extra body and you just end on a better board. A lot of times Caspar is actually very nice though, because like if this gets stopped and you can't get the Caspar, then your ability to search back row gets really limited. The Doc is really here just to be like the best third name independently. Like Kidbray needs another card, Wild is clunky, and Calamity I was considering it, but I figured if the Doc is relevant, you probably want to add back the board breaking spell trap.
Okay.
And I'm playing one of each because they're all search targets. Last Stand was always the one I searched going first, and this was often pretty good, like middle of the road. I Desperado like once, and Dancing Needle is cracked. It's like Soul Searchable Soul Release. That's like quick play is apparently very good.
Yeah.
3 Engravers, the 1 Lure for it. I'm playing 3 tracks, and I'm playing the 1 Saint. So the list before we're playing like 3 Saints, but with the current variant, it's just not room. It's kind of clunky at that point. But I still wanted to play it because it's a really nice Fiend Extender. It's technically 1 full card full combo by itself, and on top of that, if you draw it with like the Engraver, you can just summon the Wave High King Caesar summon number 6, so it forces out the Nibiru or insulates the combo against it. It came up once, but it was actually going second when I needed a body to break forward. Unchained package, 2 Aruha, 1, 1, 1, and 1. I'm playing 3 Abominations Prison, and I'm playing 2 Chamber, 1 Escape. So the big thing about this package that's really good at playing through like 1-for-1 hand traps and board breakers. Like if you open one of these and like any of these, then that's gonna get you quite a bit, and it's depending on the hand, it's full combo. The only things you really don't want to draw are these 2, because these make your combo kind of awkward a lot of times. This was like usually okay, but I had some times where I really like a struggle because I drew him. This I was actually planning on cutting before today, but it came up a lot today just for like board breaking and mid game where you have to grind through and you have to float with Unchained stuff. And another thing is that Abomination's Prison is just better than Forbidden Foolish Burial Goods. A lot of people are playing Burial Goods and Black Gold Laughs, but that's really felt underwhelming. A lot of people said it's just meh, and unlike them, this lets you full combo with like extra more efficiently on top of that. Only 2 Aruha, so initially I was playing actually bumped down from 3 to 1 because you always search it off of Yama, but then I ended up bumping up to 2 because it's okay. It's pretty nice if you draw it, but I didn't play 3 because it by itself isn't full combo like any of the other cards.
Fair enough.
Like, Yama needs the other stuff, and you also need to draw like your Muskets or Fiendsmith to really do the full combo. So it's a nice extender, but it's not a starter. And the best card on my deck, Link Into the Brains. Card is insane, makes your max and like anything that triggered unrespondable. If you summon the Fiendsmith Requiem with it, you can use the effect in the summon window, so they can't ash the Requiem either. And it also has a graveyard effect where it's another Unchained like Link monster, so it also adds back another Fiend, and it just lets you grind, it lets you make a board, it makes you break boards. This card's insane. 1 Pot of Prosperity, it's just there. It's a nice card. It adds anything. You're only banishing 3 off of it, but for this stack, Pot of Duality that doesn't lock you into anything is actually really nice. I'm playing 3 Thrust. I was expecting a lot of decks to be like more of a and on like a fairer board, like more of like a negate instead of like a big floodgate preemptive effect. So I thought that'd be nice, and if I do get hand trapped, this sets Unchained traps, which is pretty nice.
Mm-hmm.
And also playing 3 talents, similar reason, but it's a bit better going second. And I'm playing 3 Forbidden Droplet, just really good chain for like playing into like Desiree and stuff. And on top of that, another thing is because like Desiree negates on field, you can like send the cards that you want to actually resolve, like link it to the reins off to use it, and like insulates and negates something else, which is just really nice.
Okay.
And 1 Call by the Grave, because Call by the Grave is good. Like the deck's like biggest weakness is still hand traps, even if though like the Unchained is really good at playing through it. And against Branded, this like stopped the Branded in red, which actually let me like play that turn.
Fair enough.
And that's my main deck. I'm playing 45 cards. I actually don't think I would cut anything. I like did the math, and 45 versus like 42 or 40 actually only changed the odds by maybe 4%, so I figured the extra power is worth it. 1 Aerial Eater. So in this deck, you're always dumping Shavara with it. Either that or you just don't use it.
Mm-hmm.
Necroquip, Desiree, usual part of your end board. Wave High King Caesar, Typhon, like not much to explain. Max, this card's cracked. Every time it resolves, I won, because it either says summon a bunch from deck and then I can just extend afterwards, or I search 4 board breakers.
How many times did you resolve it?
Almost every round. Every round that I won. 1 Requiem, because you can link this off and it's full combo. Yama for the Unchained. Moon of the Closed Heaven, so this was like a flex spot, but this is here because if I only draw the Unchained, if I have enough stuff, this lets me still full combo. It's not as nice, but it's like decent utility.
Okay.
The Sequence, the Rage, part of your end board, Muckraker. So for like the crazy combo where you open Tract and you actually pitch a Lurry twice, because you add it back off of Rage and then you pitch it back with a Muckraker to make the Sequence to make the Desiree. So that's like ideal board, and it's actually like destruction protection, which is surprisingly relevant when people are playing Raigeki. SP, Link 3 Dog, don't need to really explain, and Access Code. And 3 for the Yubel matchup, never drew it, don't know. 3 Bestials, same for the Yubel and all the Fiendsmith decks, never drew it, never came up. 3 Dogwood, late game card, never came up. 2 Dark Ruler, did come up. I'm only playing 2 because it's searchable off of Thrust, but it's just nice to draw it, and it did win me like my last round. So
Yeah.
pretty good. I'm playing 1 Harpy's Feather Duster. This was another one of the flex spots. It's searchable. It's nice back row removal. I didn't play against any back row decks, so it never came up.
Okay.
E-Barrier. I sided it in going first against the Branded. I didn't draw it. I didn't get hand traps. I couldn't search it off a Thrust, so it never came up. And 2 Evenly Matched. Didn't draw it. I actually only drew. This is the only side deck card I drew this whole day. Theoretically, it's really good. Never came up. Never drew it.
Theoretically, the entire side deck is good, but it never came up.
I never drew it.
So what you're saying is you could have played 2 side decks, 2 cards in your side deck, and probably would have ended the same.
Yes.
That's crazy.
And I mean, because like shifter decks are technically the worst matchup, but I knew how this day was gonna go, and I knew this deck was good because game 1 I got shifted and I broke his full board.
Fair enough.
Broke his full board, established my own. He has like 1 card in left hand. I guess I win.
How did the deck feel?
Fantastic. Honestly, the times that I lost, it felt like either bricks that happens or I could have played better. Like the one matchup I lost, I don't know if I could have, but afterwards I was like, there were like 3 different points where I could have played better. So I think this deck is actually fantastic. By the way, probably gonna attach to the video, but I wrote an essay about it by accident. It was supposed to be notes, and then it just became an essay. So feel free to read it. I'll probably update it even more after this regional.
Be sure to check the comments and the description for that then. Thank you very much, Minsoo, for the deck profile, and congratulations again on the top.